Okay. Well, we're playing Animal Crossing, and the first 15 minutes of this technical issues because default audio device was changed over to something Steam. I don't know why. But I'm gonna keep an eye on it. So, it's muted for like 15 minutes. Didn't really miss out on much if you're watching VODs later. That's just... I gifted something to try and get a photo. Didn't get the photo. Joked about that I've gifted 20 lanterns. That's about it. And then here I am, just doing a couple random things. It's also Mayday thing has come up, which I think I can do now. I'm not sure. But that's about it. Anyway, let's start again. Thank you for the 29 months, Sherry. And Colin, you're up early. Alright. Discuss. Also, it's funny after yesterday's talk about the streaks and the badges. Twitch is implementing like a new thing where you'll be able to level up this particular badge, and it's sort of related to streaks, but it's not quite the same thing. I don't know if they've rolled it out yet, but it's more or less a badge you get to upgrade the more times you watch a stream per week or something like that. Yeah, I mean, I can look into it specifically. Hang on. Let me see. I can't remember where I saw it, but it wasn't on Twitch directly. Maybe they don't have it live yet, but it's a new badge. It's a new badge. It's sort of a streak badge, but not really. It's gonna be like, if you watch a particular stream at least a certain number of times a week, it levels it up or something like that. But it doesn't have to be... I don't know how it works. I'll have to find it out. I know the person, actually. Hold on. He's a guy on Twitter, or X, whatever, that always brings up news. Yeah, there it is. Weekly rewards badge. Twitch is testing a new weekly rewards badge. The badge upgrades more you watch each week, additional rewards. Sorry, and rewards additional channel points. So it's like this thing outside of it. But, the example they give is like, there's a badge, it's level 1, and you have to watch a clip, VOD, or live stream 3 days a week to earn the badge. So, it's sort of streak related. I guess it's just engaging with content. For any streamer, it's per streamer, so you earn it per channel. So then the streamer knows that, I guess, you watched their content. Or they watch your content. Sorry, English bad. Brain is dead, it's Wednesday, I've had a long day. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. I was saying that the streak thing should be a badge itself, though. Particularly if you keep it up for ages. It's just... that would be nice. This is something similar, but not quite the same. Like, the notification is nice, but then it's not really like a badge of honor that people can see. Just seems like a very obvious thing. But there you go. I guess there's something to aspire to get. I don't know how far it levels up. It doesn't look like it levels up very far, but maybe it does. Did it say the highest it goes? Not from the image that I saw. The image, I think, just goes up to level 4. But it could be that to get level 4, maybe it's a lot required to do it. It says they're testing it, so I guess some people might have it and others don't. I think anything that's automatic is good. The moments thing they had was a cool idea. The problem was you kind of have to take time to stop and make it, and yeah. It's hard to do that on the fly. What's moments? A moment is if something happens, I can press a button and then it generates a clip, and people who were around for the moment get like a moment badge for it. But it was very glitchy because it's like the thing would happen and then I would press clip, but then it would be too late by then. It was a cool idea, but it was kind of clunky. It works if you have someone around who's clipping stuff and then they make it a moment for you. But for someone doing it on their own, it was kind of clunky. It didn't work half the time. They don't have that anymore. I think you can still make them, but they're not prominent anymore. There used to be like a dedicated category on your channel page for it, but I think they got rid of it because people weren't using it. And yeah, it's probably for what I just talked about, or it's just cool idea, just kind of hard to do unless someone's on it. But when you would browse the clips, it had like a separate moments section. And how many people were around for that moment. I guess there is like a little bit of a negative to it. It's like you could have a big moment, but then 2 people are around. That might be another reason why it didn't get widespread use. I still have it, like, one of the moments I had was the Gordon Ramsay dating sim moment. That one came out okay. Just to be clear, it's not me dating Gordon Ramsay. It's me as Gordon Ramsay dating Paula Deen. And no, it's not official. It was the moment I decided to stop playing that game. May as well get this. Yeah, I guess this weekend the animal museums are done. Once May begins, there's a lot to do on Red. Get the villages I want. That's the thing that I'm holding out for the most, but it's just not happening. I still got Happy Home to do, but it's pretty much that. It's line up the villages I want and then start building the 2 islands. I could force it. I could be like, well, let me just keep resetting the day until it rolls on a villager that I want, but I don't want to do that. There's ways for me to do it. It's one of those things that it's just like, I could very well do a bunch of things that would actually let me achieve what I want to do. But then this would be over sooner rather than later. And every time I ask, do you want less of this or more of this, the answer is always more. So I'm not doing it. Who needs to go? I mean, it's pretty much Octavian, and the one that 100% needs to go is Octavian, right? But then the problem is it comes down to like what I can line up as a pair. Pocopia next. Pocopia is probably not going to happen, sadly. It's not because it's a bad game. It's not because I wouldn't enjoy it. The long story short is digital games in Australia are expensive. And I'm sure as hell not buying a physical copy of that game because it is a game keycard. So that's the reason. I can't support that practice. And Nintendo never puts things on sale. So I'm voting with my wallet. They need to see that they're trending downwards. Even if I'm just a drop in the bucket. And, you know, the real dirty thing is the new Yoshi game, the digital copy, they're reducing the price on it and making the physical more expensive. But then they're not going back and making all their other digital games cheaper. It's just, yeah, and now going forward they'll do it. So, I don't know. At the moment I feel very disenfranchised with Nintendo. I'm not sure I've even bought anything for the Switch this year. I'm trying to think, what was the last Switch thing that I bought? It's Metroid, which was last year, so I'm not sure I've gotten anything since then. Which, yeah, man, you compare it to the Switch. I don't know. I've been tempted with Tamagotchi Life, but it's kind of a similar situation. I just look at it, I'm like, man, I don't know. I'm being more picky with what I buy now. Is that a game keycard too? I don't think so, but it's still pricey for what it is. Pretty sure it's not because it's a Switch 1 game, technically. Let me see. Yeah, the game is $80. And then, hang on, is there a Switch 2 edition on that? I don't think there is. It's not a game keycard, so. Yeah, I mean, it's $80. And it's just like, when stuff like Zelda was that, I was fine with it. It's like, yeah, it's Zelda. But for something like this, and don't get me wrong, like, that's one of those games where you could make it something that it goes for a long amount of time. And I'm not trying to make time the only measure, but it's just like, man, a game like that would have been 60. And this is 80 as a physical copy. So, yeah, I don't know. I think the main thing that I've been doing lately is just the Steam sales. I feel like they've been getting a lot better. Like, they're being aggressive with their pricing. I could buy one Nintendo game. I could buy that game on Switch, or I don't think I spent $80 on the last two games I bought on Steam combined. When there's Steam sales especially, man, $80 will get you the entire series of something. With the exception of the newest entry. But I think right now that's what gaming is for me now. It's just, there's a whole bunch of games that I, in the past, would have liked to have played and didn't get a chance. And there's plenty of them around. And it's just like, man, Nintendo just needs to be humbled again. They're in that stage again when they're successful, they're not great. I'll still look at like the new Yoshi game, because that I think I'll definitely enjoy as a fan of that sort of stuff. But then offshoots like something like Tamagotchi Life, where I would have been like, eh, sure. Now it's just like, dude, it's $80. And I don't think I'm alone on that, given what I've seen. It's not just Nintendo, by the way. Like, it might sound like that I'm being annoyed at Nintendo. It's everyone, realistically. Like, PlayStation. PlayStation is very similar. But the difference there is PlayStation stuff eventually gets heavy discounts. A PlayStation game that is a year old, you'll get discounts on. A Nintendo game that's a year old, yeah, best of luck. Breath of the Wild is more expensive than what it was when it first came out. And I know, Switch 2 edition, blah, 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 but still. It's Tamagotchi? No, it's Tomodachi. It's pretty much like, yeah, you design characters using the Mii creator. And then they just live their lives, and it's comedic. There's definitely potential. Like, you get what you put in with that kind of game, right? You can go as far as you want with it. Or do as little as you want with it. I've seen people do some creative shit with it. Like, I've watched some streams of it. And it looks okay, but I don't think it's something that, for me personally, would retain me as much. The problem is, to get the most out of that game, it'd be for someone that likes to make stories, you know? We'll design a character and then make some stories of it and do a bunch of lore. And I can do that. But coming off of this, which, let's face it, I've kind of not really stuck with what I said. It comes back every now and then, but I can't do it constantly. The Sims is only $40. Yeah, but The Sims is something else entirely. I mean, The Sims is The Sims. Here, for example, you can design a plate of food using painting tools. And people have made their little villager thingies eat poop. That's the sort of thing you can do. You can also alter how they pronounce things as well. You can change their voices. Like, it's neat. You can do some cool stuff with it. But I think off the back of this, I don't think I'd want something that intricate. I was tempted initially, but then when I saw the price, I was just like, man, I don't know. I got plenty that I want to play, and to be honest, I've had a lot of fun going through my backlog and playing stuff that I've kind of had for a while. In the last month, I've probably played more games in total than the last 6 months, if not year. So I'll probably just keep doing that. Still got more in the backlog. I got plenty in the backlog. Ace Attorney was one of those ones that's been sitting there for a while. So I'm very happy to get on that one. Just yeah, it's got to be on a night where I have to set aside like a minimum of 4 hours for that each time I play it, and I couldn't do that tonight. It's just, today's my longest work day. If I'm going to do silly voices, yeah. This requires more effort than Yakuza. Yakuza at least had voice acting, and there were parts where I'd be like, okay, I can take a break here. They can do all the talking. This is me, I have to read. And think. But it is very fun. I am enjoying it. And there are quite a few Ace Attorney games. There's the trilogy, but then there's also other ones, and I do have those as well. Because I picked up the collection during a Steam sale. We like sales. Yeah, and if you never looked into Steam, I mean, Steam is PC gaming, but like they're going to become a console. I have a Steam Deck, which is the handheld thing, but this year they were supposed to release like a box you can put in your living room. And that box will be expensive, but then the trade-off is you get to buy things from Steam sales. And Steam sales are always great. Like, in terms of games, it's the best deal. With the exception of Humble, maybe. Like, Humble also does good stuff where it's just insane. But you get sales where you get entire series for like $100 or something like that. And it has like 12 games. The discounts on Steam are way more decent than PlayStation or Switch or Xbox. Xbox, you could argue Game Pass used to be competitive, but now it's just like, nah, even that's expensive now. So I've been spending time building my Steam library a bit over the years. I mean, on that platform, I have games that I bought as a teenager. I still have access to them, so I trust them. In fact, one of the first games I bought, I played a couple years back. That's the whole thing with them. But once they release that Steam Machine thing, I'll have the box to put in the living room, and then, yeah, that'll mean I can play more stuff off stream if I want. I'm already doing things on the handheld, but I think just some games, I would like them to be on the TV instead. And oh, I guess we can do this today. Hold on, before we do, let's make sure our tools are all done. But they have several big sales per year. That's the next one's going to be the summer one, which is not that far away, and yeah, there's always good stuff on sale. I think I just bought this, so that's fine. That's the only downside to Steam currently, is at the end of the day, PC gaming can be finicky. But when you're doing something like a Steam Deck, man, my experience on that has just been so great that I would want my computer running their OS. Wouldn't have to deal with Windows, and things just work. It's not to say it's not without its problems. It has a couple here and there, but don't want to get randomly muted. Yeah, well, ironically, it seems that Steam was the culprit, but I think it was the combination of Steam and Windows. It's like, Steam made a new audio device, Windows was like, okay, that's your default audio device. We're gonna make everything go through this thing. instead of the thing that you set up. I don't think it's Steam's fault. It's still Windows being bad. I mean, Microsoft is definitely worried about them. There's a bunch of stuff they've done lately where it's just like, oh yeah, no, they are afraid. For sure. In the last few months, Linux for gaming has gone up. I think it's something at like 5% share now, which is insane, given it was lucky to be 1% for the longest amount of time. It's just people are sick of Windows. And that number's only going to get bigger. Like, I think a very crazy move is what Apple's done with their new cheap laptop. That laptop, for what it is, it's pretty insanely priced. And I think that's going to get a bunch of students, and it probably means that, yeah, they're not going to get Windows machines because they're just not... What did they do? They released this new laptop called the Neo, and the Neo is not for people like me that need power, but for someone that wants web browsing, or hell, if they want to do something basic like coding a web page that doesn't really need fancy features, or some simple photo editing. It's a laptop. It's $500. It's built very well. It has a good screen. It has a good camera. And I think it's discounted for education or something. I don't know the exact price, but like, compared to other laptops in the same category, it's a full-fledged computer for that price, and it's built very decently. It's not as cheap as a Chromebook, but it does more than a Chromebook can. Let's do the Mayday tour. So that's probably going to become a lot of students' go-to. It's sold really well. Like, they're having problems keeping up with demand. Yeah, it's $900 here in Australia. Which is crazy. For what it does, like, yeah. Finding a $900 laptop that isn't made out of plastic. It's a maze, right? I forgot about this. Yeah, this one was weird. I remember doing this and then I was like, huh. Very strange. There's the tickets. I genuinely forget how to do this. Hang on. So I've done the first part, which is an apple. Oh no, I say eat the apple. Which lets me move the tree. Imagine you messed this up. Okay. Anyway. That's me with gaming lately. I don't think it's gonna change. The new games that I've been wanting to check out, and I'm just waiting for them to drop in price, is the new Resident Evil game. I've heard that's incredibly good. And I had a lot of fun with 4. So, to hear that it's more of that, yeah. Pragmata, which also another good game, but again, it's just like, I don't need to play it right away. I'll just wait. I'm just trying to be careful. Okay, looks like that's the next move. No? Maybe not. Okay. I can probably... No, I need one more branch to make an axe. Wait, but I can shake the tree. Right? Okay, so that's a loophole. And there's a couple of titles here and there as well. Okay, we got an axe. I wish they did this more. This was fun. Yeah, I mean, this was the sort of stuff that was in New Leaf, and I think the thing that I was confused was why didn't they do more of this? It's the very first thing I noticed when I played New Leaf was just, wow, there's more to do. Okay, I mean, this is just in case you don't have either recipe. I mean, how would one end up in that situation? Well, you don't have either recipe. Okay, need the nugget next. Gotta learn how to get around here. Okay, that's good enough. Wait, where am I going wrong? I'm going around in circles. What? Am I being stupid? I'm being stupid. No, but then... Oh, no, there we go. Okay. It's fine, I figured it out. Just took me a minute. It was a long day. Yeah, tell me about it. Okay. So here's the thing. I could not buy another game. That's the reality of it. If I was to be like, okay, I'm just gonna only play games that I haven't played. Just with that attitude. It doesn't matter. Like, let's just remove the fact that they're old. I think I have enough games to last me a lifetime, realistically. It's just the matter is that, yeah, I will always want to play the new Mario game, the new Zelda game, or some game that looks really good. Right? A new roguelike. The new Risk of Rain stuff, I'll want to play that. But if I'm being 100% honest with myself, I could very well just never buy another game again and have plenty to play for the rest of my days. It might come close. It might be like, okay, maybe I might run out eventually. But really, no, like I'm almost positive I have enough to last the rest of my days. And even if I don't, if I stick to like, okay, Steam sales. Yeah. No, like, straight up. I have that many games to play. Yeah, well... That's the thing. We're talking about... I've been buying games on Steam since I was a teenager. And there are some games that I bought where it's just like, oh my god, this is like $3 or something. Games where it's just like, okay, this is so cheap that I might not play it now, but maybe I'll play it one day. It's just one of those things where it's like, man, it's the price of a coffee. Yeah, I'll buy that. That's the curse of buying things on Steam. And so, I mean, damn, it's like... How many years have I been on Steam? I'll find out. Because they do tell you. Give me a sec. Damn, there's the one that was like years of service. There's like a Steam badge you can look up. Oh, there we go, completed. That's what we want. Okay, there it is. 17 years. So it's 17 years of me buying games on that platform. And I still have access to those games that I bought 17 years ago, so it's just... I could very well do that. And there's still a bunch of retro games I haven't played either. That I have. And it's just like, I could do that. I could very well just be like, nah. That's it, no more spending on games, ever. And I'd be fine. And that's what these big companies have to compete with. And I think I'm not the only one that's starting to realize that now. It's better to support indie companies that don't try to charge you like $120 for their new game. I don't care if you spent like hundreds of millions of dollars on your game to develop it. That was your choice. How do I get to the bottom there? Okay, no, it's from there, so hang on. Anyway. That's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna do that. But it is a thought that has crossed my mind. What? Oh no, but then this is... Oh. Okay, I guess we have to go further on. Alright, let's just continue. If they come out with the Ocarina of Time remake, am I gonna play it? Yeah, I mean, most likely. That's one of those ones that'd be kind of hard to be like, nah. Oh my god, this is giving me a headache. I know, I'm being very, very stupid. This is a maze for children. It's like, I'm sitting here with my burger and fries and I'm doing the kids' maze and I'm just messing it up. And scrunching the piece of paper over and over again. Okay, this is where I wanted to go. I mean, there's rumors of it, but who knows? It's not going to be something that happens anytime soon. Okay, there we go. Still waiting for Twilight Princess. A lot of people are. I played the HD version. I'm content. The way that I see it is just like, let's say they do release Twilight Princess again. I don't think they're gonna do much to it, and they're gonna charge 109 for it here, because of course they are. This was actually very simple, and I kind of bricked it. It's okay, I just want to play and finish it for the first time. It's a very good game. I mean, it's my number 2. Just, I will always have fond memories of that game because of how hard I had to work to play it. And the fact that it was the very first Zelda game that I played, where I played it at the same time as everyone else, and when it was new, and I was able to talk about it with my friends, something that I just was never able to do before. It might not be as good as Ocarina, but for me, it's better for that reason. It's just I don't have that nostalgia for Ocarina. I like Ocarina a lot, but it doesn't have those same kind of memories for me. Okay. Done. Took me longer than it should have. What are these anyway? Oh, they're bell vouchers. Just for... This was just for money? One of my favorite briefcases. Okay. Thanks, pal. Yeah, I definitely overcomplicated this. Any bell vouchers you have acquired here will end. Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's a cool idea, but again, it's just, why wasn't this just something normal? Anyway, to, I guess, end the gaming conversation, if people are feeling the same way I have in terms of, well, it feels like Nintendo and PlayStation are getting more expensive, I highly encourage you look into the Steam Deck or the Steam Machine. Once it comes out, at the moment, it's a bit of a mess because of the RAM crisis. At the time of me talking about it, April 2026. But maybe at some point in the future, it won't be as much of a mess. I am lucky I got a Steam Deck right before the crisis started, so it ended up being a good purchase. Because now that the thing is going to last longer than originally expected. They're not going to do a hardware refresh anytime soon. I'm gonna see if I can find out. Okay, so just to give you an example, right? Okay. So the last Steam sale, I picked up a few Resident Evil games. Quite a few Resident Evil games, actually. And the most expensive Resident Evil game cost me $12. That was the most expensive one. I'm trying to find out how much Ace Attorney cost me, but like it was a while ago. And that's Australian, by the way, not American. Yeah, okay, I can't find out. It's a while back. I'd have to dig deeper. Oh no, I'm wrong. No, I found it. So it was the Ace Attorney Turnabout Collection. It cost me $27, right? And it was the Ace Attorney trilogy and then some other Ace Attorney trilogy. So 6 games for 27 bucks. And that's Australian. It's just like, yeah, man. Steam sales are no joke. I don't think I can name... It's not to say that the Switch doesn't get sales that are good. I don't think they go that low. They don't get sales. Well, they don't get Nintendo sales. They get... I'm sure they get sales from third party, but still. Here's the other problem with them is like... Who knows what it'll be like in the future, right? And for all you know, the games you bought on Switch 1, maybe whatever their next console is, the Switch 3 or whatever it will be, you won't be able to play them on that. Well, again, the games that I bought as a teenager, I can still download and play. The stuff that I bought as a teenager for the Wii, yeah, that's gone. Can I play that on my Switch? Nope. If I have physical copies, I can. Yeah, and that's the positive about physicals. But I'm speaking digital because that's what Steam is. It's all digital. There's no physical copies on Steam. It's all digital. But I will say that it's like the only digital that I trust because, again, they've proven themselves. I think dirt flooring might be... I don't know, not what I'm looking for. Could make it very cult-like. Or how they call it, magic circle. I'll only get a few, just so I can combine them. I don't want to talk to Sahara all night. You recently bought a physical Skyward Sword so you can replay. Skyward Sword's fun. I played that game twice. It had cool dungeons, just the motion controls, I think. I was right about it. I didn't buy that when it came out on the Wii. Because at that point I was like, kind of tired of motion controls. They are well designed, it's just, yeah, motion controls. And I didn't like the assistant character on that game. Oh my god, every time they popped up. Master, there is a 49% chance that what this person is saying is true, and I'm going to repeat it. With no new information. That's the thing, I played the Switch version where that supposedly was cut down. The amount of times they would pop up and interrupt you. And it still felt like it was a lot. Who was the best side companion? Midna. Midna had a cool story. You actually cared about Midna, and most importantly, would only pop up when it was completely necessary to give instructions. And after that, you pressed the button and decided when Midna would pop up. Midna, yeah. Everyone should be like Midna. Worst one. Definitely the one in Echoes of Wisdom in terms of how intrusive it was. She was mean from what you remember of it. Yeah, but that was her character. It was like she was a bit bratty at the start, but then you kind of understood why. Like, yeah, there was growth in her character. She didn't feel like an assistant. It just was someone that was pretty important to the story, it felt like. Not to say that the others weren't, it's just this, I don't know. It was written a lot better. Dude, the one in Echoes of Wisdom, by the end of it, was really annoying me. Because every time you started a new area, they would pop up and say the same thing. Hey, you need to do this, you need to go here, you need to do that. Okay, let's go here now. Now, hey, what if you go here? What if you go there? This person's waiting for you, why don't you do that? It got so bad at one point that it was like, hey, we just picked up a key. Do you think it'll fit in that door directly in front of us? And it's just... I'm not exaggerating. That's pretty much exactly what happened. I picked up a key, and this assistant character suggested that I should put it in the keyhole. And I understand that, you know, they want to say that that sort of stuff is for kids. Dude, I was a kid once. I did not need that. And if you're doing that to a kid, like stepping them through that much, it's just like they don't get critical thinking skills. It's no wonder people get bored easily. These kids need the hand-holding, but they don't. They're not different than we were. It's just adults now are convinced that kids need hand-holding. My opinion on kids' game is this. If you want a game to be fun for kids, just have a bunch of stuff to do when they don't know what they're doing. Like, a game can be fun for kids and them not necessarily finish the game. I'll give an example. The first Zelda game I played, I did not finish that as a kid, but I had a lot of fun with it. Why? Because there was a world for me to explore. There was a bunch of things I could do. It felt like the possibilities were endless. It piqued my imagination. A modern day example of like a good game designed for kids is Astrobot. That game has a whole bunch of fun little dumb things to do in the environment. So even if a kid sucks at platforming, it doesn't really matter because they're going to have fun with all the silly things everywhere. You really hope they make a sequel to that? I hope so too. I think they will, given the accolades it got. But that's an example of a game that's really well done, where they're not babying it down. They have... That is an extremely friendly kid game. Because you know what's worse is like, let's say the game tells you exactly what to do. Everything, exactly what to do. But then you still don't have the skill to finish it. It's still a bad game. As opposed to a game where you don't really know what you're doing, and maybe you might not figure it out, but then there's a bunch of stuff you have a lot of fun with. That's just like, okay, I'm having fun. It doesn't matter if I didn't finish the game. And I think, like, I don't know, people are too hyper-focused on thinking that kids need hand-holding. I don't think they do. Don't get me wrong, tutorials are nice, and there are some games that I played as a kid where it's like, man, that would have been amazing. But I think we've overshot a little bit. And again, I point to the Echoes of Wisdom example where it's just like, hey, this key you picked up, do you think it'll fit in the door that's 3 steps forward in front of you? It's just like, dude, there's nothing else to do in this room. What are you talking about? Like, you don't need to tell me to put the key I picked up in the hole directly in front of me. Like, that's insulting someone's intelligence more than helping. I don't know. It helps that they don't get a game over, they die and just keep going. Yeah, that's another good thing that I'm glad a lot of platformers don't do anymore, is just have lives and game overs. It's like kind of a pointless system that is just a remnant of arcade cabinets where that, yeah, it mattered for that sort of thing. I like the sound of that. Like, the whole lives and game over thing is just, yeah, for arcade cabinets. Where they want you to put another coin in. I do find it fun that they want a city apartment, but then it's just in a remote destination. Exile them to an island. Yeah, this is your apartment. I don't think any of these really fit that description. I guess we could do that. That's fine. My piece of the big city in the middle of a forest. Do one. Looks like that would be more of a cabin in the woods. Yeah. There are some themes that are a little strange. Like, you can't actually execute them 100%. We'll do our best. Okay. 15 minutes start. No. And there's only 2 prerequisites, which I guess is nice. But then, yeah, I mean, a lot of these, it's just pretty similar. Can I get away with this? No. Yeah, this one's kind of set in stone. Big taste of the city, huh? Not sure how we can pull that off. Okay, I mean, I think I get how I can make it city-like. These kind of flower beds everywhere. And instead of this... Okay, move this here. Nah, yeah. Lots of garbage. Not here. You're talking about New York. You should see pictures of Melbourne. It said city. Yeah, Melbourne's a city. I wouldn't say there's garbage. If the first word that comes into your brain when I say the word city, or it needs to look like a city, if that word is garbage, there's something wrong with your city. Just saying. Garbage and hobo. Like the word association. That's not what I would pick. It does make me laugh though, like that press conference they had. Where, yeah, they're announcing placing trash in trash cans. And it's just like, wait, you guys don't do that? they're high-fiving, like, yeah, mission accomplished. Oh, man. That's funny. Alright, this is looking nice, I think. They're lowering the speed limit to 20. Damn. I mean, here there's similar limits in the inner city. But the thing we have is like free public transport in the inner city. You just hop on a tram. I mean, currently we have free trains because of the fuel crisis. And there's debate as to whether or not that should be permanent because it's had a bunch of positive side effects. Actually, free everything. Free buses as well at the moment because of the fuel crisis. Turn this into a park, but that's fine. They raised the bus fare, damn. I mean, they were doing that a lot here too. But now it's free until the end of May, pending further notice. And then after that, it's half price for the rest of the year. To stay out of the city, you're good. I mean, if you're saying garbage and hobos, I don't blame you. I don't know. I feel like I've just made a public park instead of a home, but whatever. Guess it's fine. They wanted city. Do that. Put a little springy horse. Mini park. Oh, come on. Really? I'll make it fit there. There we go. That works. Alright, I mean, this is not bad. Kind of does hide. Never mind. It hides it too much. That's not bad. I don't think I've ordered the fountain. I think there might be a shell fountain. I know there's that. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, you're kidding. God damn it. Oh, why does it do this? I can't be the only person that, like, just screams internally with this. Things that don't perfectly align to the middle. Okay. Yeah, I mean, now is this actually functional? It is. Sweet. This is fine. It's like 4 minutes left. Just leave it at that. I mean, this does look like it's in the city. To some extent. If you ignore the woods everywhere. The aesthetic is city park. Okay. It looks too clean. Yeah, I know. But it... Oh, are you saying it looks too clean for a city? Again, I invite you to go onto Street View and look at Melbourne. And then you'll be like, oh, I see. That's what a city looks like in Australia. Go look at Melbourne as a city on Street View. Particularly around the rivers and stuff like that. It's like, yeah. Melbourne parks are very clean. And the city for that matter. I mean, there's graffiti and stuff, but a lot of it's actual artwork. Okay. Then 18 minutes to do whatever in here. This is going to be probably boring. Okay, 18 minutes, go. They don't have city sounds either. What is this song? This is pretty cool. Very funky. Needs horns, honking, and cursing. Wait, but this doesn't make sense, does it? It's like a window. Excellent, we can do these lights. These These are my favorite kind of lights to use. We don't have hobos. Yeah, we do. But it's not... I don't know, I don't see it as like as large a problem. It's definitely a problem. But it's a problem everywhere. Looks good to me. Your husband tried giving a hobo a sandwich. He threw it back saying he wanted money, not food. Yeah, well, there are shitty humans like that everywhere. This is probably the way to go. Right, okay. That's a good one. Alright, then put it that way. Can do a good job to hide it. Just think how I want this designed. Oh, of course it's going to be difficult. Wait, why won't it snap to that? Is it being for real? Okay, it'll snap to... oh, whatever. It'll snap to that. That's fine. That achieves the same effect. Okay, anyway, the lighting scheme I'm gonna go for. That's the more advantageous thing I want here. Or not. Hang on. Okay. This looks very hipster. It is city living. I'd love lighting like this, but it's kind of annoying to do. Okay, let's lay out things. I think that's everything. I've never heard this song. I gotta find out what it is. It's pretty catchy. Boom, 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 boom. What's that? We could go, hang on. This is new. Oh, of course it's not a 1x1. Just has to ruin it. It might work, actually. Extremely compact. Whatever. Just squeeze in there, it's fine. Or I can... No, you know what? I can do that. That's better. It works. Same thing. It's okay. Alright, I gotta hurry up. That's fine. Okay. I got this. Oh, there's a big TV. We finally got the big TV. It's awesome. all slotting in. Oops. That's the one I meant. Okay, it's just the bedroom now. Finally got that gigantic TV. This came with some pretty decent stuff. Oh my god, there's a washing machine. Yeah, well, I'm gonna put that. Just looking out of this room could be cool. I have a minute left. Ah! Where'd it go? God. Oh, why are you being silly? There we go. I need something that's a small gap. That's fine. Okay. Get a guitar. Oh. I thought that the time was about to be up. There you go, you got a guitar. I mean, good enough. Just turn on the TV. Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It does the job. I think had I stuck to it, there's probably a couple things I would fix, like there being a gap here, but... This actually came with a lot of good things, though. The big TV, the washing machine, the square lights. It'll do. Very catchy. I forgot to check what song it was. It's okay. This is not bad. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's very cool. It did get a couple just in case. Well, he doesn't want to move out. It's pretty much them and the duck. Anyone I can bring back with amiibo. I think they disappeared. There was a scorpion there, but it vanished. Oh, no, never mind. I didn't see where it went. I thought it went behind. Not that it matters, like, I don't need it. Yeah, I guess everything's closed, right? Yeah, you. Alright, let's see what I can do here since it's refreshed. Oh, ho, ho. What are you talking about? That's really annoying. Carrot cake, I guess. It's not great. That's a lot of stone for that one, but I'll make it. I mean, okay, I think I can swing that. That's not that bad. It's only 4. For bonus tickets, it's not that bad. Three. Only because it's double tickets, but if any iron recipe comes up again, I'm not doing it. This is annoying. It's something that I can't actually craft. Watch it be iron. I told you. Oh, wait, I need to. They're trying to be cute with it. 2 pieces of iron, 1 per door. More iron! Okay, that's a lot of peach. I don't think I want to cut that down. Sloppy sink? Just want to make sure. Pretty sure I have this one, yeah. You can get a couple recipes. I mean, this for city would have been good, but nah. Just think if there's anything obvious. For now, that'll do. I didn't realize. Okay, well, since I'm here. I mean, that could be a cowboy fairy tale. What's wrong with a cowboy fairy tale? Okay, let's take these off. It doesn't have a fairy tale feel? What do you mean? I don't get to try again. Alright, whatever. I don't care. The thing is, I never use their tickets anyway. Just kind of pile them up. kind of hoping for shooting stars, but it didn't happen. Alright, that will do. It's the progress I wanted to make. If you're watching this later on the Vault's channel, thanks for sticking around till the end. Leave a like if you feel like it. And thank you for watching.